How's it going, everyone? This is Jake with my Bringback, and today we wanted to go over a few basic things on website ideas. Now, as you saw from the first video, well, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it, because basically it gives you a brief overview of what we're going to do with the web development basics. And with that, I mean, we're going to be focusing on the domain, the hosting for the domain, and followed up by the platform. What kind of platform are you looking to do? But before we jump into that, we got to have the idea. And the biggest part of that is establishing goals for yourself. I mean, your goal may be to share information like us here at My Bringback, or it may be to make money, or even maybe host a community similar to like Facebook. But once you've got that goal, it makes it a whole lot simpler. So our goal here is to share stuff. We're going to share, we're going to bring stuff for you so you can learn, you can develop your own stuff, and release it out to the public. So that's great. We got our first step down. Now let's take a look at how we're going to achieve that goal. So I've got a little chart that I'm going to bring up here, and this is what I want you to do. I want you to get out your own piece of paper, make your own chart, but I want you to put your goal in the center. So our goal here is to share information. And then what I want you to do is I want you to put at least 4, you know, the sky's the limit on anything you want to do, but at least 4 bubble ideas on what maybe you're good at or maybe what you're interested in, and surround your goal with those, because that's what we're going to use to help identify where we want to go and what we want to establish with this website. Maybe you've already got an idea, maybe you've already got a business, you know, this is secondary to that. So one of the big things though is maybe focus on a strength. So focus on something you know or you've done before, or you know, if it's maybe not a strength but it's something you want to do a lot of research into it and you can make it a strength of yours. So what I've got here is our goal is to share. I'm going to be sharing with you within the web development some of the basics, how do you launch websites, and then some of the advanced web development as well. So after you've got your goal out there, maybe you're having a little bit of trouble. Maybe you're going, man, I can't think of anything that I want to put on the web. Well, I'm going to show you a quick tip just to look at, you know, some of the trends going on, some of the things that people are interested on the web. Because essentially, if you can get something that people are interested in, it's a whole lot easier to find users to read your content or find users to buy your product. So if we go to just our web browser, I want to take you first to Trends, and this is Google Trends, free to the public. You can look at, you know, how things relate to each other, what has better trends than something else. And what I want to put in here is, as you saw from the previous screen, you know, one of my interests as a kid was magazines. Now, are magazines probably the best thing to blog about? You know, talking about how, you know, this paper's better than this paper, or, you know, this magazine came 2 days earlier than this other magazine, something like that. Probably not, because, you know, as we'll see, magazines, blogs versus newspapers. And we'll search the trends. Pulls up a graph for us. So as we can see, the magazines is the blue. Well, kind of going downhill. People aren't interested in getting magazines in the mail anymore. They want to see them on their iPad, or they want to see them on the computer. So here's a resource that you can take and you can find, you know, an upward trend, similar to blogs or web development or Android apps or Apple apps. Those all are going to be extremely on the up chart. You can see just crazy trends of people searching for this stuff. So that may be a good niche market to get into, selling iPad products or selling iPad apps, any of that stuff. The other thing is, if you're still having a blank, you know, nothing's coming to mind as far as ideas, or you can't think of anything that you're interested in, you know, just go look at different categories on websites. See what people are selling or see what people are writing about. And one of the things that I would look into is magazines, because it seems like you know, everyone has a magazine for any type of interest out there. So for me, computers. computers, technology, all that stuff interests me. You know, and then maybe you want to drill down a little bit deeper. You want to go into games and strategies. Bam. Right there we got Nintendo Power. I'm gonna do a blog on Nintendo Power. That's the idea. That's gonna help me share with all the other people out there about Nintendo. As you can see, Zelda's coming out. So there's just another resource. You take it or leave it, but it'll help you gain those ideas, learn the market, and push your goal into the web area. All right, so quick recap. Come up with a goal for your website. Then you're going to come up with the ideas to achieve your goal. After you've done that, check out my next video on domains. Domain names, followed by the hosting, and then the platform to actually get your websites up and going. Alright, we'll check you guys later.